Hello and welcome to the Punished for Protecting Live broadcast with your host, Francesca Amato, national expert in the Americans with Disabilities Act, domestic violence and child abuse advocate, best-selling author, and founder of Punished for Protecting Incorporated. We welcome all of our viewers watching on Facebook via Punished for Protecting News and the CPS News Network. If you're watching on YouTube at Punish No More and Free to Protect, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. You can also find Punish for Protecting News on Rumble. Now, without further ado, here is your host, Francesca Amato.
Hello, everyone. We have a very fun show this evening. Welcome to Punish for Protecting News, our live broadcast tonight. And we're going to be debuting a really cool song tonight. I'm very excited about it. It's called Give Us the Kids Back by MAGA Jackson. And we have a few other things we're going to be discussing. And we're also looking at all you moms out there and good protective dads in this mom army that is just amazing and growing exponentially, that are literally getting ready to just kind of take over because everybody's just tired of the evil that's been occurring, the evil that's been happening throughout the family court and CPS and child protective services, which we know is child predator services or child pedophilia services, whichever one you would prefer to use. I don't use protective because there's nothing protective about it. It is indeed the child trafficking industry. These are the gateway doors. You have family court, you have CPS, you have the foster care industry, you have forced adoption, you have John Walsh and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, that very center that exploits children and causes them to be missing, taking children from good protective homes. Where do you think the children are coming from? Recently, we've had a movie that's come out that literally was completely produced in 2018, Sound of Freedom. And they literally did everything they could. Disney owned the rights to it. They ended up having to buy it back from Disney because they refused to release the movie because they didn't want anybody to know what was happening. And because they didn't want anybody to, know what was happening in the child trafficking industry. And what I find really funny, everybody, is that they're trying to put together this particular movie, which is actually showing children from another country, Honduras, I believe it was, and showing how they're trafficking children through the so-called modeling industry. But we know that it's not just coming, children are not just coming from there. Those are willing, not that they're willing to be trafficked, but when girls usually go, especially in boys, into the modeling industry, they're going into the industry on a more willing basis. And then God forbid, something like that does happen. And that is absolutely horrible. But what we're talking about is family court, CPS, foster care, forced adoption, and John Walsh, National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. They are tricking society into taking children from good, loving, and protective homes, marketing them any way they can. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're marketing these children for just specifically that type of child trafficking. The reason I say that, whenever you move a body from one position to the next, you have trafficked that person, that human life, that child, elder, or anyone, any age, because you're doing it by force, you're doing it against their will, and people, human beings, from the moment you're born with something called your Articles of Human Rights, and that is, family court fails to adhere to your Articles of Human Rights. It fails to adhere to the Constitution. And as you know, I'm a Americans with Disability Act forensic expert, and it fails greatly and causes disabilities to people. But that movie, what they're trying to do is they're trying to say that the movie is tied to QAnon, which I find it hilarious, because here's the deal. Right now, they have several people who have invested lots of money, one of them being Tony Robbins, different people who have invested money into it so they can purchase the movie back from Disney and get the movie out. I think it's Angel Productions that was able to put that movie out. when they put that movie out, now it literally skyrocketed over Indiana Jones. Okay. And then what happened was after it did that, it made multi-millions. It's making multi-millions of dollars. And they're literally sitting there with their mouths open. So they're trying to bash it. And of course, all the left wingers, they want to say things, they want to put it down. But I've also seen some left wingers actually crying and saying, wow, this is real. Yes, this is happening. A lot of actresses and actors are speaking out now about this more. There's been some in the past that I've seen that I do not find to be credible. I feel that people try to talk about this industry, child trafficking industry, because they just want to kind of snow people and act like they care, but in reality, they don't care. In reality, their hands are in the cookie jar. And so what we're seeing though now is more people kind of stepping up and agreeing. So what this did is, and I always say, and I just did a TikTok on this today, what I always say is that the devil, Satan, always overplays his hand. He always overplays his hand. And when I say that Satan always overplays his hand, when the left, which is, when people are against and they're actually harming children, harming adults, harming the elderly, but especially children, so the most vulnerable, and they're treating children in this manner and abusing them in this manner, stealing them from their families, and it's all infiltrated through the system here in America. And by the way, everybody, it's a multi-trillion-dollar industry. It's not a billion-dollar industry. It's a multi-trillion-dollar industry. I can actually one day do a live video, and I will kind of showing you how it is in the multi-trillions. Okay, this is almost kind of novel to some people, and that is something that is really important that you understand, because everybody has a price tag on your head. Every child has a price tag on their head. Everybody has a certain, obviously everybody's valuable to God. Your value is without a number, but there's no number high enough for your value. But when they're looking at the value of these things and the sick things that they do, they realize that every child has a certain type of value to them. And you're not looking at just like one state, you're looking at the entire country, okay, and then other countries as well. But what's happened is this is infiltrated through, and this is operating through the family court. It's operating through CPS. It's operating through foster care system. It's operating through forced adoption churches, 501c3 churches that are now. Let me kind of preface that by saying that innocent people that want to do good and want to help children, and there are abused children out there in bio families, but the majority of children are generally abused by foster care families, non-bio, and I can get into that. And I have throughout the years that I've been doing this. You guys can check all the real stats, all the genuineness, because you have to understand that when certain organizations or venues give statistics, they're giving statistics based on what type of a narrative they're trying to sell you. Okay, I'm giving statistics based on reality and what I've witnessed over my close to 16 years of court watching judges all over the nation, talking to countless victims, children, and so on and so forth, and seeing what I see within the courts, the lies that people have told, and the reasons that I've actually exposed everything throughout my videos throughout time. What is this? I think we didn't. Hold on one second. Hold on one moment, because I think I have a guest. Okay, hang on. Sorry about that. So going to go back to what they're accusing QAnon, what's ironic is that now multi-millions of people have seen this video or this movie, and multi-millions of dollars have gone through to this movie. And what has happened is now people are questioning if Q is a liar, that they tried to portray Q as a liar, okay, as a lying organization, as a, as just these horrible things. And a lot of people felt very motivated by some of the stuff that Q has put out. And pardon me, I'm trying to get into the StreamYard here on the laptop as well. So, gosh, it's amazing. So what it's doing is it's showing that the devil overplays his hand. And what it's doing is it's actually showing that, how do I explain it? That the places that they've tried to make out to be crazy, or, however they've talked about the right. Okay. Which mind you, before I even say the right and the left, because I'm not on either side of that fence, but I do have more of a preference towards one, and I see corruption on both sides and extreme corruption on the left side. And very deceptive, weird stuff, okay, which everybody can agree to and attest to. But what I see is that now that is actually showing people to start to realize that this is all true. And I say that it points right back to the fact that we are in spiritual warfare, God versus the devil in the end times that we live. And you have to really study the Word of God and read the Bible and know. And I'm also trying to encourage people to repent and not just turn to the Lord, but if you already have a relationship with God, or you believe you do, that you have to live in a way that's pleasing to Him. And if you want your children back, and you want to and you're going through this horrendous time, which I've experienced, and the people I talk to on a daily basis experience constantly. One of the things that is important, and I don't want to sound like, I don't know how to put this really, but I can tell you this. I can say this to you. God expects us to walk a certain way. He expects us to walk in a way that is pleasing to Him. He says, "Be ye holy as I am holy." It's not like a question. It's not like a suggestion, So if there's things you need to repent of, you should. If a pastor's telling you something, that something is okay in the Bible, that it's okay, or what have you, really don't. That is a very deceptive teaching, and sin is not okay. Okay, and I'm not saying that you're going to walk exactly like Jesus, but you can live your life where you're taking short accounts and you are living a certain way, because I can assure you that God will put His favor on you when you do. And it's important to literally walk in a manner in which God is pleased with. And you will have enemies. You will have enemies. It's kind of how it goes. Jesus had enemies. He said, in this world, you will have enemies. You will have these enemies. You have people that don't like you because of your stand and your walking righteously with God. But if you're going through something with your child or your children, and your children are suffering, the Bible does say that the sins of the parents will go down into the third and fourth generation. So how do we break those? We have to be able to break those iniquities. That's iniquity. It's a difference between sin and the generational line iniquities, because I have seen it over and over again. I can only tell you I've seen it over and over again, where repenting and walking in a way in which God is actually pleased does bring favor. Okay, so sometimes if you keep hitting a brick wall over and over again and no doors are opening, or mind you, maybe you have multiple things going on where there's multiple attacks and you can't seem to get your head up out of water, it's important to look at God, ask God, what am I doing wrong? There are people that are claiming to be Christians and they're dabbling in things, and they don't want to let those things go. They don't want to let go specific things. And I've seen it, like witchcraft and yoga, which is to Hindu gods, and certain things that you wonder why you're still being attacked. And I'm not saying that there's not persecution as a Christian, because there in fact is. Okay, let me go to this, because this is really the moment that we've all been waiting for. I want to go to this song. I'm quite excited about it. And also we are bringing in, and I want you guys to look and see if you're in this video, because there is a mom's army. There is I am Catherine, hashtag I am Catherine. I'm going to be working with Congress regarding doing a bill called We Are Catherine. And this is something that is very exciting. And of course, it's not the next session yet, but we're trying to get a kind of a leg up in advance in order to get this. But basically, in essence, there's going to be several points to this bill. I've taken a lot of it. I've asked for a lot of people to just kind of put their input in and tell me what they want. But one of the things that we're going to be putting into this bill is that if a judge orders a mother that is a protective mother that has reported abuse and rips her children away and does the fake alienation syndrome lie, which is evil, and then actually alienates her as a form of punishment. It's so like very diabolical, places the children into the abuse, just like what happened with Catherine, causing her to, that judge will be held accountable for the M word. I won't say on here, I don't know what I'm, you know how everything is these days. That's part of the bill. There's going to be more to the bill about holding people accountable. And I have something to show you that happened 500 BC that I think you'd be quite interested in seeing, that I would like to give thanks to Jody Gracer for sending me tonight, which we will get into. But I do want to play this song, and I hope that you all enjoy it and that you purchase it. It's $1.29. You can't beat that. because the higher this goes on the ladder, the more exposure this gets. The more exposure this gets, the more we can trump this message to people, the more we can build up a greater mom army and protective dad army and father and male army that protects women and children. Even the Titanic, women and children first, okay? Well, let's not forget that. Real men know that. I don't have to teach them that lesson. They know it. They're not there to rip you apart and destroy you. And they're men, real men. So purchase this, and you can get this on iTunes. You can get this on Amazon Music. And like I said, we want to get this song purchased by everybody and spread all over the place, because I really thank MAGA Jackson. He is awesome. I've had multiple conversations with him. He really has a passion and a heart. He's also dealt with this, as you guys know, with Megan Walsh, the mother of baby Esther, and the whole story, which I'm going to talk more about tonight. And he has a passion and a heart for this, and he's sacrificed a lot, and he's been harmed a lot through this. And he's a musician, and he's oops, I'm getting like all these laptop stuff going on here. So let me go ahead without further ado and get this song out. Give Us the Kids Back. I do not know what's happening here, but we are literally having no sound, and we're not appearing on YouTube. And this is not something, it's just amazing to me, because this is not something that normally happens. The only other time I've had interference with my live broadcasts has been when I have interviewed who I believe to be Adam Walsh, and especially when we do the DNA exposing. Can you guys hear me right now? That's what I want to know. Can you guys hear me right now? Can somebody let me know if you guys can hear me right now? Because this has already been tested. Everything's been uploaded to the stream. And You guys can hear me. Okay, we're trying to debut this song and it turned the sound up. So you guys could not hear the music. Is that correct? You can hear me, but you couldn't hear the music? You couldn't hear the video. That's a yes to you couldn't hear the video? Yes, I can hear you, just not the audio for the video. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. This is unbelievable. It shouldn't shock me though. Okay, still no sound on that? No sound on that? No sound? I need to know if you guys can let me know. Right? Can't hear you, not the video. I'm ready to scream right now. I'm ready to scream. And it's not showing up on YouTube, which has already been connected to YouTube. There's nothing wrong with my sound. It won't show up on my own YouTube station at all, but you can hear me. Wow. I got an idea. Let's just see if I can do it. I've got an idea. I've got an idea. I'm going to try something. Devil is a liar. If this doesn't prove, it is playing on YouTube. Okay. If this doesn't prove that there's not an attack against the whole Megan Walsh, John Walsh is an evil, you know what, I specifically only put this out a day before because I did not want anybody to attack it. I didn't give them notice. You get what I'm saying? Let's try the song this way and see if you guys can hear it. No. So when I go to my YouTube channel to watch it, I just want to show you guys, this is what comes up. I can't even pull it up on my YouTube, on my own YouTube channel. So I can't even play this for you. I am floored right now. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this to play. It's all over my Facebook page though, guys, and you can get it on iTunes and you can get it on Amazon Music. If you go to my Facebook page, Francesca Amato, you can get the video, you can get the song and you want to watch it. I'm going to go ahead and play it anyway. I'm really upset about this. This makes no sense. No sense at all. I'm actually going to try something here. Let's try something. Maybe I can do this. Let's try it this way and see if we can. Let's try something. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. Hopefully we'll get it. Maybe we'll try it this way and see if we can get it to play for you guys. I'm reloading it to see it's processing right now. Let's see if we can get it to work for everybody. No. We may need our guest to come out and sing it. Oh my goodness gracious, I cannot believe this. All the work put into this. Oh my goodness. I have an idea, guys. Where there's a will, there's a way. All the moms around the world scream. Give us the kids back. All the pops around the world scream. Give us the kids back. This ain't a diss track. I'm stating what is facts. The system is corrupt and it's always a mismatch. All the moms around the world scream. Give us the kids back. All the pops around the world scream. Give us the kids back. This ain't a diss track. I'm stating what is facts. The system is corrupt and it's always a mismatch. Your favorite artist was on a jet ski smiling, living his best life on Epstein Island. Ron DeSantis shaking hands with Biden. The Bush family backing him. This quote is a diamond. Back when John Walsh investigating, taking down crimes, he lost his
his first son in science, seers couldn't find him. It's funny how karma comes back with timing, cause he took his daughter's kid so she can go into hiding. Sometimes I feel like America's most wanted. My daughter Esther is America's most wanted. Cause DCF hit Megan with a warrant. Deny my rights, now the custody is joined. If you can't tell, I'm usually in disguise. Pain and suffering, scrutinies my demise. News reporters using me for the lies. I swing and put a ring around the Illuminati's eye. All the moms around the world scream. All the pops around the world scream. This ain't a diss track, I'm stating what is facts. The system is corrupt and it's always a mismatch. All the moms around the world scream. All the pops around the world scream. This ain't a diss track, I'm stating what is facts. The system is corrupt and it's always a mismatch. Every time I go to court, it's like it's ending in rage. Judge paid under the table, no minimum wage. Trump's getting prosecuted, they want to give him a cage. Open your Bible up, it might just be the end of the days. They say my father is Jermaine and my mother is Whitney. But if you know Andre Van, then Kim's always with me. I used to love to act goofy, but something just hit me. The mascot of Disney World is Minnie and Mickey. Monopolizing for a few that act slow. Let's shut the border down like we not pass go. I got a mom army, you can ask, bro. That's just in case any of you would act troll. Promise to God, I'm the next one to follow. Fight for the kids like Francesca Amato. Survivor R. Kelly hurt the hearts in Chicago. I'm in recovery, man, I put down the bottle. All the moms around the world scream. All the pops around the world scream. This ain't a diss track, I'm stating what is facts. The system is corrupt and it's always a mismatch. All the moms around the world scream. All the pops around the world scream. This ain't a diss track, I'm stating what is facts. The system is corrupt and it's always a mismatch.
There you have it. I know it was very faint because I have another device here I'm trying to play it off of. But if you guys want to watch the video, it's all over my page. You can watch it. I ask you to go to iTunes and to Amazon Music and purchase it. If we can get this up to number one, it's up to you guys. You know, everybody's always asking me, what can I do, Francesca? What can I do to help? What can I do? What can I do? I don't need what I need is you guys to make $1.29 purchase and get this up. Tell your friend to get 10, 20 people to do it and get the numbers up on this. Okay. You know, Andre's not making money off of this. This is what needs to be done to get this up. And to get it to be number one. The other thing is that spread the message. Those are simple things everybody is able to do. Everyone is able to do. Yes, share it with 50 people tonight. Share it. Spread this message tonight. I know that this video did not work out. We have been again attacked. It really blows my mind because I don't even see it on my own YouTube channel, but StreamYard has it connected to YouTube. We do this all the time, as you guys know, and it airs off of YouTube. Then in a couple of days, it uploads to Rumble, and it always airs off of my Punish for Protecting News channel, which is what I think you guys are probably watching from, because I do see the numbers on here, and also on my Francesca Amato Facebook page. But this is how you can get it. iTunes and Amazon Music. Give us the kids back. Yes, you can hear me, but the song was not playing. The actual song was not playing. The audio cut out completely, and I don't know why. But we tested it. Everything was fine. We had it tested. I had it uploaded 2 days ago. Everything was working. We've been messed with just when I went to go live. There's certain stories like the Adam Walsh story when I bring on Megan, you know, if I bring out Andre, there's certain specific stories, and it always never fails when it has anything to do with the Walsh situation. It always does something. You can go back and watch my videos. I was knocked off when we did the DNA one for Adam Walsh. I was completely knocked off. I was frozen. I had perfect Wi-Fi. The sound was all sounded like there were chipmunks in there. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that happens. It is constantly the attacks are unbelievable. They're unbelievable. So and that's why I like to tell people to really use discernment and use your brain and pray, because you'll see things said bad about people sometimes when they're fighting for doing the right thing. Okay. You're going to see that. You got to learn how to just kind of plow through that, keep the focus on what we're doing. Okay. I don't phase myself with stuff like that. If you've noticed, I just keep going. I keep literally a focus so that we can continue to get the word out, expose the judges, and so on and so forth. I have something I want to show you. We're going to try to get back and play that song again if we can. But again, Amazon Music and iTunes. And guys, I'm telling you right now, whenever I say that, I think of the woman on the plane. I'm telling you right now that to make a purchase and tell 50 people, send it out to 50 people, tell them to please get this song. If you want to hear it, where you can hear it nice and clear, go to my Facebook page and listen to the whole song, see if you're in it. You may be in it. We did use a lot of women, part of the Mom Army, the I Am Catherine. So your faces may be up there. But this was given to me tonight by Jody Gracer, and I thought you guys would find this quite interesting. Just so you know, this was a judge. This is a painting that preceded the 500 BC. And I thought you guys would really appreciate this, and it's very fitting to what we're doing with the exposure. And please forgive me if I botch the names, but this is a painting right here. And it's a judge, Sisamines, and I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm probably botching the name. But this was a corrupt judge under Cambyses II of Persia. He accepted a bribe and he delivered an unjust verdict. This is what all these judges are doing every day all over this entire country, is they are delivering unjust verdicts. And as a result, the king had him filleted alive. Okay, so this is literally a judge being skinned alive. His skin was used to cover the seat for the preceding judge. The next judge was to sit in that seat, so that judge would know not to do an unjust verdict. And that's what they did. And so thank you, Jody, for tagging me to that today, because literally, these judges are not being held accountable, and they're doing the most sickest and most evil things. And again, it is tied to the child trafficking industry. Okay, it doesn't matter how big you are, how small you are, how rich you are, how poor you are. It doesn't matter. It does not matter, people. It does not matter. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, an independent, a Republican. Okay, you can be a victim to this. Children are being a victim to this. The devil's not looking at your labels. He could care less about what you call yourself. Okay, he could care less if you call yourself a Christian if you're not walking the walk. You could talk the talk until you're blue in the face. The devil and God knows what's in your heart. Okay, that's why I say get real, get right. I say it all the time: get real, get right. All right, because if you look in Scripture, it talks about Jesus I knew and Jesus I know and Paul I know, but who are you? And then they beat him to death. The devil knows what you're doing, is if you're genuine or not. God certainly does know. God knows. So let's get real, people, because I don't know if you've looked around lately, but we are in the end of the end of the end of the end of the end. We're getting closer and closer and closer. If you read the Bible, you're going to see the prophecies that have come to pass and come to pass and come to pass. And we're very, very close. And I can't emphasize enough that people get their lives right. And when I'm saying get your life right, I'm not talking about saying a sinner's prayer and saying, Jesus, come into my heart. Okay. Because it really, that's a good step. That's a step in the right direction, but that's not the entire step. Okay. That's not it. There's a lot more to it. These churches have been teaching a lot of fallacy. The 501c3 churches are lying to you. Repentance is something it's very serious to God. Okay. And, prophets are going to talk about repentance. This is not something that just went away and it was in the Old Testament. Okay. Jesus, the same, God, the same today, yesterday, today, and forever. Thank you, Stacey. She said the clip is still powerful without the sound. And I want to give Maria Kubayar credit for doing the artwork on that. She took all the pieces and put them together, and it matches the song. So I really encourage you guys to go watch it, share it on your Facebook pages, share it wherever, and encourage others to pay. Somebody said here, Geppetto, and it's always a mismatch. First verse. Your favorite artist was on a jet ski smiling, living his best life on Epstein Island. Ron DeSantis shaking hands with Biden. Yeah. That I know who that is. That's MAGA there. I really would like him to come out tonight, but you're welcome, Francesca Amato. Thank you for sharing this very important history. Bring it back. Yeah, I agree. All the moms around the world scream, "Give us the kids back." All the pops around the world scream, "Give us the kids back." This ain't a diss track. I'm stating what is fact. The system is corrupt and it's always a mismatch. See, I do listen. So, oh, she said his son sat. Okay, so that judge's son sat in the seat. And so basically it was a constant reminder. Imagine sitting in your father's skin. Whew, you better do right. It kind of blows my mind that these judges got to the place where they are today. Angie said, it will not let me comment from my phone and read comments. Says host has said it for certain comments. They are really messing with you. Had to get my Chromebook. Oh wow, that's interesting. But thank you for your comment, Angie. Susan Cobb, hello, my love. Spirit of division does its best to stop people from working together to accomplish the real change. Amen. Slam the gavel. Hello, my love. That's Marianne Petrie. I hope you watch her show. She does a great job. She never sleeps. She said, I can hear you. Yes, we can hear me, but not the song itself. So thank you, MAGA Jackson. You rock. So let's all encourage MAGA and let's go get this song. He's doing this for us. He's doing this for the mom army. He's doing this for the protective dads. You know, let's go encourage him. He's helping us out. Okay. We're trying to get this to be #1. Now is a perfect time. You know, look at the timing right now. It's like really, really a good time to be doing this. If you see anything on, like, if you look up his name and you see some garbage, you're going to see garbage about me, because there's a lot of garbage out there that wants to make up stories about people that are working hard and trying to, trying to do what we're doing. So they want to attack. And that's the only thing they really know how to do, is to just like make up garbage. And we really have to pull ourselves together and really rise to the occasion and not let that stuff, bother us, and just keep moving. In time, people will know, the right people, and the people that are walking a right, proper walk are going to know who's good and who's not. Okay, so I don't go by that. I don't go by false allegations on people, or people that have changed their lives. Okay, people that have actually maybe done something we've all done. We've all fallen short and we've all sinned. So don't think you're self-righteous and, and attack another human being. So I really ask you guys to please go get this song. It's funny how karma comes back with timing, because he took his daughter's kids so she could go into hiding. My past could have been America's Most Wanted. My daughter Esther is America's Most Wanted. And if you guys don't know, he is the dad of Esther. Megan and Esther is the child between Megan and here you go, Geppetto Jackson, the musician of this great, awesome song. So do you guys want me to try to? I'll put it on again. What I'll do here is I'll put it on again and I'll play it this way and see if I can get the timing right. So let's see if I can get the timing right on this. And then we can try to play it one more time for y'all. Let's see if we can get this. Bear with, my friends. Bear with. And thank you for being patient. Yeah, I tell you. All right, here we go. Let's try this one more time.
All the moms around the world scream, "Give us the kids back!" All the pops around the world scream, "Give us the kids back!" This ain't a diss track, I'm stating what is facts. The system is corrupt and it's always a mismatch. All the moms around the world scream, "Give us the kids back!" All the pops around the world scream, "Give us the kids back!" This ain't a diss track, I'm stating what is facts. The system is corrupt and it's always a mismatch. Your favorite artist was on a jet ski smiling, living his best life on Epstein Island. Ron DeSantis shaking hands with Biden. The Bush family backing him. This quote is a diamond. Back when John Walsh investigating, taking down crimes, he lost his first son and signed. Sears couldn't find him. It's funny how karma comes back with timing, because he took his daughter's kids so she can go into hiding. Sometimes I'm feeling like America's Most Wanted. always a mix. He's ending in rage. Judge paid under the table, no minimum wage. Trump's getting prosecuted, they want to get him a cage. Open your Bible, it might just be the end of the days. They say my father is Jermaine and my mother is Whitney. But if you know Andre Van, then kids always with me. I used to love to act goofy, but something just hit me. The mascot of Disney World is Minnie and Mickey. Monopolizing for a few that act slow. Let's shut the border down like do not pass go. I got a mom army, you can ask, bro. That's just in case any of you would act troll. Promise to God, I'm the next one to follow. Fight for the kids like Francesca Amato. Surviving R. Kelly hurt the hearts in Chicago. I'm in recovery, man, I put that in the bottom. All the moms around the world scream. All the pops around the world scream. The system is corrupt and it's always a mix. All the moms around the world scream. Pops around the world scream. They say that this track I'm sticking with facts. The system is corrupt and it's always a mix.
Well, I know it was low, but I hope you enjoyed it. Again, please go to iTunes or Amazon Music. You can go on my Facebook page. It's up and down my entire Facebook page. Click the link. Please help us get it to #1. Please, guys, don't we want to start taking over? Don't we want to just stop kind of pounding the pavement and literally finally get it to where it needs to be? And with this movie out right now, Sound of Freedom, what better time to keep getting the word out, okay? Keep spreading the word, okay? This is great. They went through a battle, but they had millions of dollars to support them. Even though it was held back since 2018, they had people like Tony Robbins giving $5 million, and Musk was giving money, and major billionaires that were able to support. We don't have that. I don't have that. I barely get by every month. Okay. So I need your help. This is the way we can do it. This is it. I've given everything I have, and support. Okay. $1.29. I mean, come on, you can all do that. Everybody can do that. Spread the word, get it out, get 50 of your friends. I mean, listen, I got thousands and thousands of followers, but on Facebook, I've got like 5,000 friends. I'm sending it out every chance I get. I'm sending these messages out, posting it on Facebook. If you guys help by commenting, if you guys help by doing these things, sharing, commenting, this kind of stuff gets it out, gets the word out. Okay, we have to keep showing them that the children are not just coming from the modeling agency or somebody stolen from Walmart, okay? That's not what's happening. They're coming from family court judges. They're coming from CPS. That's where they're being taken from the protective home, placed with the abuser, then they're being taken away. If children have specific disabilities or they're getting disabilities through this happening because they shouldn't be taken from their families, this is what's happening, and they're being harmed. And maybe they're not going into child trafficking, you know what I'm talking about, but they're being trafficked because they're being removed. This causes lifelong damages. And this is how you can help. Everybody's crying and saying, what can I do? They're watching Sound of Freedom. How can they help? You can't even reach these people. You're not going to be able to reach the people that wrote Sound of Freedom unless you know somebody, okay? You're not going to be able to get to these people, but you can get to me. And this is how you can help, and you can get this song up so we can get it where we need to get it, so we can get more attention on it. Okay, we need more attention. It does something. And when people can say, wait, it's happening through family court, we gotta abolish that system. We have to dismantle it. We have to defund it. Okay, it's happening through CPS. No, we're not going to allow this anymore. We're not going to keep letting them come into people's doors and take their children. We're not doing this. This is where they're taking the children so that they can continue to traffic them, because even the movie was wrong. It's $1 trillion, multi-trillion dollar industry. They're making money. Okay. Did you see how, I don't even know how to emphasize this anymore. I couldn't go see the movie because I've been doing this work for so long. I have to mentally prepare myself. Okay. I have to guard my heart and my mind every single day because of the tragedies that I listen to and that I'm trying to help. So that's the way to do it. That's how. Any little thing you do helps somebody. I promise you, you could save the life of a child. You could save the life of a child. We don't get grants. I intentionally do not get grants. That's how I set up my organization. But we don't even get donations. With the multi-trillions of dollars that go around our earth, that go around this country and so on and so forth, people donate to drugs. They donate, they donate to places that are trafficking children. They make sure they get their alcohol and their drugs, their vacations, all that stuff, but they don't really care about children. Not in our country. Okay, if you put up, and I'm an animal lover, if you put up a dog that needs something, they're going to all donate. But a child can be bruised from head to toe and nobody cares. This is how desensitized and crazy people have become. Then they go see a movie, they cry, and it's long gone, and they move on with their lives because people can't handle this. Okay, but they don't even donate enough for a cup of coffee for an organization like my own that is The Truth. Okay, and we literally work around the clock. We work around the clock. Okay, they don't. We barely, every once in a blue moon we might see a 50 or something like that, or $1. Okay, and it's rare. It's rare. Okay, so this is how it is. This is how it is. I do over $270,000 worth of free work a year, and I'm a single mom. It's unbelievable. And the people that work with me, it's like I try to give from me, and we try to figure this out and how we can keep going. And it's like this kills me when I see that these other nonprofit organizations or this crazy stuff that you see on TikTok that gets millions and millions of views and nobody stops it. Or on Facebook, you see the most ridiculous things that are getting views. People chewing and they're getting views. Okay, people dressing like a boy or a girl when they're not. They're getting views. But something that's this important in our country doesn't get the views. I was censored back in 2020, and it's been like that since. It's very difficult. Okay, and so I don't know what else to do to put this compelling statement out to you guys to get this song up the ladder, and let's get the attention on it. And when you have my broadcast and my YouTube channel and so on and so forth, get it out there. Okay, get it out there. Share it. Subscribe. Invite your friends list. Do whatever you possibly can, because you say you want to do things. These are the things that you do, and they're very simple things, and they're not going to cost you anything. Okay, so that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. So thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry that we had what we had. I'm sorry that we had, what we had tonight, and I hope you heard the song. But like I said, it is all over my Facebook page. Please go to my Facebook page. Please watch it. Please get it on iTunes or Amazon Music tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for your patience.